So it looks like there's a good chance that we could be seeing an official Xbox handheld by the end of the year if recent leaks are true, and I'm personally really excited about this. I do think that Microsoft and Xbox need to kind of jump on this. And at first, I kind of jumped to the conclusion that it might just be one of the lower end cloud gaming machines, but it doesn't look like that so far. And actually, it doesn't look like it's going to be running the Xbox operating system either. A few months back, we did get kind of a leaked document of Xbox's upcoming roadmap. And right there, you can see there is an Xbox handheld listed, right next to their newer next-gen console, supposedly to be released in 2027. And all of this new information is coming to us from Windows Central. I'll leave a link to the article down below. But it looks like this Xbox branded handheld may come to us as a partner device. And what everybody's thinking right now, at least with all of the leaked information, is this is going to be a Windows device. Now it does make sense for them to create a first-party Xbox-only handheld that runs the Xbox operating system, but it's going to leave a lot of people out, and with most of the newer first-party Xbox games launching on PC anyway, this does make a lot of sense. We've got no word on exactly what partner or what company they're going to be working with to create this partner device with Xbox, but I've got a pretty good idea of who it's going to be. And this really got me thinking, would it be worth picking something like this up if it's priced correctly? And that's going to be one of the main deciding factors there, the price on this unit. But Microsoft does have the ability to subsidize the price on this. If they kind of push the Xbox App Store and you buy games over there, that could offset the initial cost of the device, just like Valve did with the Steam Deck. Now, Valve makes money from every single game you buy from Steam, and a lot of people are just getting the Steam Deck, solely buying games directly from Steam, and they're going to get a cut of every one of those games sold. I'm not exactly sure how the math works out, but if you've bought enough games on your Steam Deck, or specifically for the Steam Deck, they've probably made their money back that they lost up front from the hardware. But this really got me thinking about what kind of specs could they put inside of a handheld to make it kind of keep up. Now, we've seen a couple flops hit the market recently, and I'm not going to name any names. But yeah, there was one that was released in the last couple months that just didn't do very well. All of the reviews are very, very low on it, mainly because of the chip they opted to use. It's just not powerful enough to run these games that we want to play on these handheld devices. But with the recent announcement of the Ryzen Z2 Extreme, I do think it would be pretty possible. Now, if we take a look at the specs and power consumption of the Xbox Series S, which is actually my preferred Xbox right now, and it has been since it released, I've got the Series X and the S. The S is the one I always have on. This is what I play on. I'm perfectly happy with the performance this thing puts out, and total power draw from the wall is 74 watts. Obviously, that's way too much for a handheld. We're seeing handhelds with 80 watt-hour batteries. Something like this, running at full boat, you'll get about an hour of runtime out of it. The APU in the Series S is an 8-core Zen 2 CPU with 3.8 GHz, and there's a custom Radeon RDNA 2 based GPU with up to 4 teraflops of performance, and we have 10 gigabytes of total system memory. Now, with something like this running at 74 watts, yeah, we can get some pretty decent performance out of it. But even if you take a look at the Z1 Extreme, they claimed over 8 teraflops of performance. And I'd say that would be flat out up to around 40 watts. That's really how you'd be able to get that much performance out of the Z1. But with the Z2 being based on Zen 5 and RDNA 3.5 graphics, I think we could come real close to the performance the Series S is putting out at a much lower wattage, around 28 watts. And that would kind of be maxing that thing out. But with an 80 watt-hour battery, we could still see some pretty decent run times out of an Xbox handheld. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for out of an Xbox handheld, the Z2 Extreme. I don't think they're going to go with an OLED panel or anything like that. It's probably going to be the 8-inch IPS that we've seen in the Lenovo Legion Go S and the MSI Claw AI8. It is FreeSync compatible, 120 Hz. It's a good looking 16:10 aspect ratio display, and using something like that would keep the cost down up front. But I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. What would you want to see out of an Xbox branded handheld or an Xbox handheld in general? Personally, I think that price does need to be at that $500 mark, $499 maximum for something like that, if it can perform on par or outperform the Series S. That's kind of the sweet spot there, and I think it would sell really well at that price point. But I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below, and as soon as I have some more real-world information on this thing, I will post it up in my community section. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Like always, thanks for watching.